Good morning students. Welcome to my today's class. In the last video, we had started chapter number 5 and I hope you understood about the concept of fraction. So in today's class, we are going to learn about exercise number 5.4, 5.5 and exercise number 5.6. So let us begin our class with the exercise number 5.4. Dear students, today we are going to start exercise number 5.4. When we start exercise number 5.4, our question number 1 is there. Write 4 equivalent fractions for the given fractions. So, let me introduce you about equivalent fraction. Equivalent fraction have the same values. It means if two or more than two fractions are given there, so they are called equivalent fraction if they are having same values. Let us see how can we find out the equivalent fraction of any fraction. See, one example is given there, 3 upon 10, and our question is there, you have to find out 4 equivalent fraction of 3 by 10. So see how can we find out 4 equivalent fraction. So for finding the 4 equivalent fraction, we have to make the table of given fraction. It means we have to multiply numerator by same number and denominator also by same number. So these are the equivalent fraction of 3 upon 10. It means 6 by 20, 9 by 30, then 12 by 40. When you see the numerator, these are the multiple of the given numerator. 3 2s are 6, 3 3s are 9 and 3 4s are 12. The second thing is there, 10 1s are, 10 2s are, 10 3s are and then 10 4s are. It means where if we want to find out the equivalent fraction of any fraction, so we have to multiply numerator and denominator with the same number. With the help of this process, you can find out more than 4 or 5 multiple 5 equivalent fraction of the given number. Here 3 upon 10 is equivalent to 6 upon 20. How? When we divide both the numbers by the same number, 2 3s are 6 and 2 10s are 20. So our answer is 3 upon 10. Here also when we see both the numbers are divisible by 3. 3 3s are 9, 3 10s are 30. Here 4 3s are 12 and 4 10s are 40. So these are equivalent of 3 by 10. Now come to our exercise number 5.4. Look at here, this is our exercise number 5.4. Question number 1 is there, write 4 equivalent fractions for the given fractions. And the second question is there, check whether the given fractions are equivalent or not. This is our question number 1. 4 equivalent fraction we have to find out here. As I told you, if we want to find out the 4 equivalent fraction of any number, so you have to make the table of the given fraction. It means both the number numerator and denominator you multiply by same number. 4 2s are, then 5 3s are, then again it is 5 into 4. How many equivalent fraction we have to find out? We have to find out 4 equivalent fraction. So it is C. Our answer is 8 upon 10, 12 upon 15, then 16 upon 20 and 20 upon 25. These are the equivalent fraction of 4 upon 5. Same question we will do for second part, that is C part, 3 upon 4. So for finding the equivalent fraction, we have to make the table of numerator and denominator. It is multiply by 2, then 3 3s are 4 3s are 3 4s are 4 4s are 3 5s are 4 5s are. Here why we find out only 4 numbers? Because in the question given there we have to identify the 4 equivalent fraction of the given fraction. It is 6 by 8, 9 by 12, 12 upon 16, then 15 upon 20. Here our question number 1 is completed. B and D part is your homework. Dear students, this is our question number 2. In the question number 2, we have to check the given fractions are equivalent or not. So, see the first one here, 5 upon 8 and 8 upon 12. So, how can we check the equivalent? These are the equivalent fraction or not? Let us see. If two fractions are given there, A upon B and C upon D, where A upon B and C upon D both are unknown number. So if cross multiplication A multiplied by D is equal to B multiplied by C, when we do the cross multiplication of given fractions, if A multiplied by D is equal to B multiplied by C, means the product of AD is equal to the product of BC, then both the fractions are equivalent. So here let us see 5 upon 8 and 8 upon 12. What we do here? We have to cross multiply both the number. So when we do cross multiplication, first numerator multiply by second denominator. Here n1 into d2 is n2 into d1. This is our n1 and d1. It means first numerator, first denominator, and this is the second numerator and second denominator. First numerator multiply by second denominator and the second numerator multiply by the first denominator. So what is our answer? Here 5 into 12 is 60, and when we see the second one, 8 multiplied by it is 8 64. So we know that 60 is not equal to 64. It means multiplication of AD is not equal to the multiplication of BC. So both the fractions are not equivalent. Now see the second B part. See, B part is the same like a part A. In the C1 it is 4 upon 9. It means n1 upon d1. And the second one 12 upon 27 means n2 upon d2. So how can we check? We have to multiply n1 by d2. It means 4 multiplied by 27. So our answer is 4 7s are 28, 4 2s are 8 and 108. Now n2 multiplied by d1, it is 12 multiplied by 9. So our answer is 108, and 108 is equal to 108. This is the value of 4 multiplied by 27, and this is the value of 12 multiplied by 9. It means AD equal to BC, or we can say first numerator into second denominator is there equal to n2 d1. So what we say, 4 upon 9 and 12 upon 27 are which type of fractions? It is equivalent fraction. With the help of these concepts, you can understand the question number 2. Dear student, this is our question number 3. In the question number 3, it is given there, reduce each of the given fraction into the simplest form. So first, you understand about the simplest form. Simplest form means if two or more than two fractions are there, or we can say only single fraction is there. If the fraction is given there and the given fraction is said to be in the simplest form if the numerator and denominator is having only one as a common factor. It means numerator and denominator is not having another factor as a common number. So let's see. For converting the given fraction into simplest form, we have to check numerator and denominator. When we check the numerator and denominator, both the numbers are divisible by 2. In the table of 2, 16 is there 8 times. In the table of 2, 24 is also become. But if one more possibilities are there, so it is, see, 16 is also divisible by 4 and also 24 divisible by 4. When we see by 8, it is also divisible by 8 and denominator also divisible by 8. So you have to divide the given number by the highest number. Both the numbers we will divide by same number for converting the given fraction into simpler form. So 8 2s are 16 and 24 divide, it means it is 3. So our answer is 2 upon 3. When we see 2 is a number, but the factor of 2 is not divisible by another number. It is only the 1 divisible by 1, and 3 is also divisible by 1 and 3. So this is the simplest form. Now here 18. When we go through the 18, if you don't know about the more bigger numbers, so we will start from 2. 18 divided by 2. What is the answer? 9. 72 divided by 2. Here, when we divide 72 by 2, it is 36. So our answer is 9 upon 36. 9 upon 36 is the simplest form? No. Why? Because 9 is divisible by 3 also, and 9 is divisible by 1 also, and 9 also. And I told you simplest form means both the numbers are having only 1 as a common factors. So 9 ones are 9, 9 fours are 36. Our answer is 1 by 4. 1 is only divisible by 1 and 4 is only divisible by 4 and 1. Both are having 1 as a common factors. So with the help of this method, you can identify or you can reduce the given fraction into simpler form. Dear students, our next topic is the comparison of fractions. We know very well about the comparison of large numbers, comparison of integers. In this chapter, we will learn about the comparison of fractions. There are three conditions. When the denominators are same, if two or more fractions are given there and they are having the same denominator, so how can we arrange a number in the ascending order or descending order, or how can we identify the bigger number? It is, let's see. Some example is there. 1 upon 2, 3 by 2, 5 by 2, 9 by 2. Here 4 fractions are given there and they are having the same denominator. It is 2. All are having the same denominator 2. So in this condition, the number with the bigger denominator is, the number with the bigger numerator is the bigger number. So 9 by 2 is the bigger than second one, 5 by 2, then 3 by 2 and then 1 by 2. When the denominators are same, so the number with the bigger numerator is bigger than all these numbers. So first position is there 9 by 2, then second one 5 by 2, then 3 by 2 and then 1 by 2. Our second condition is there when the numerators are same. Numerators are same. So in this condition, numerators are same means 3 by 2. See some example. 3 by 2, 3 by 7, 3 by 1, then 3 by 5. Here 4 fractions are there, and when we see all are having the same numerator. So when the numerator are same and denominators are different, so how can we identify the bigger fraction? In this condition, the fraction with the bigger denominator is smaller. The fraction with the bigger denominator is smaller than the other. Or in the another way we can say the fraction with the smaller denominator is bigger. Fraction with the smaller denominator is bigger, and fraction with the bigger denominator is smaller. So how can we arrange? 3 upon 1 is bigger than 3 upon 2, bigger than 3 upon 5, and bigger than 3 upon 7. This is the opposite condition of the first one. When the denominator are same, the number with the bigger numerator is greater than. And when the numerators are same, the number with the bigger denominator is smaller. Now, one more condition is there. When the denominators are different, that is our third condition. When the denominators are different, so in this condition we have to convert the given fractions in the same denominator, or we can say we have to convert the given fraction into like fraction, because the definition of like fraction is there. The fraction which are having the same denominators are called like fractions. Now start our exercise number 5.5. Dear student, this is our exercise number 5.5. In this question number 1 is there, compare the fractions and insert a symbol less than or greater than. This is fully based on the comparison of numerator and denominator, or we can say the comparison of fractions. So let us start our question number 1. Dear student, this is our question number 1. Compare the fraction and then you have to put the sign of less than or greater than. Here, when we see A part, numerators are same. So what we say, the number with the bigger denominator is smaller than the number with the smaller denominator. Second one is there 2 upon 3 multiply and 4 upon 7. Here two fractions are there and we have to identify which one is the bigger. When we see in the second one, both are having the different numerators and also different denominator. So here we have to convert any one in the same way. Here this is the 4, it is come in the table of 2. So we have to change the numerator. 2 upon 3, we have to multiply numerator and denominator with the same number. For what? We want to identify the fraction, which one is the bigger and which one is the less than. When we multiply, it is 2 to the 4 by 6, then 4 upon 7. Numerators are same, denominators are different. So which one is the bigger number? Smaller denominator is the bigger number. Now this is our third part, 1 upon 5 and 4 upon 5. Denominators are same. So numerators, we have to check the numerator. The number with the bigger numerator is greater than. Now the last part, 7 upon 3 and 1 upon 3. Here denominators are same, so we can easily compare the numbers. 7 upon 3 is bigger than 1 upon 3. Dear student, this is our question number 2. Arrange the given fractions in ascending order, and also question number 3 is there. Arrange the given fractions in the descending order. Ascending order means we have to arrange the number in smaller to big, and descending order means we have to arrange the number in bigger number to smaller number. So see the one part from each question. In the A part, we will arrange number in the ascending order, means small number to big number. See here, all the numbers are having the same denominator, same numerator. This is the upper part, it is a numerator. So we can easily identify which one is the smallest number. The number with the bigger denominator, it is smaller. Why we first identify a small number? Because we want to arrange in the ascending order small number to bigger number. 3 upon 11, then 3 upon 10. Then after 3 upon 7, 3 upon 5, then 3 upon 4. Now see, this is the B part. When we go through the B part, so see, in the first one denominator is there 7, second one is there 7, but between two numbers 3 upon 14, denominator is there 14. Here also the denominator is there 14, and this is 7. It means it is easy to convert denominator in a same number. So what we do? Equivalent fraction of these number, 6 multiplied by 2 and 7 multiplied by 2. Second one, 4 multiplied by 2, then 7 multiplied by 2. It is already given there 14. It is 14. Then 3 2s and 7 2s. Here the one question is there, why we multiply some fractions with the 2. When we check denominator, this is 14 and this is 14. Here three denominators are same, but they are different from two denominators. So we know about when the denominators are same, we can arrange number in an easy way. So we have to convert given denominators in the same denominator. So here 12 upon 14, 8 upon 14, then 3 upon 14, 9 upon 14, 6 upon 14. It is same denominators. So in the ascending order, how can we arrange? The number with the bigger numerator is the bigger number. So we will arrange 3 upon smaller numerator. 3 upon 14, 6 upon 14, then 8 upon 14, 9 upon 14, and then 12 upon 14. So in the place of 3 upon 14, then 6 upon 14, this is our answer. Now the question number 3 is the same question like a question number 2. So I will provide you the notes of the question number 3 on the school app. Now come to our exercise number 5.6. Dear student, this is our exercise number 5.6. Our question number 1 is there, find the sum of the following. In this question we have to find out the sum of the given fractions. But the condition is there, when we are going to find out the sum and the difference of the given fractions, we have to convert the given fraction with the same denominator. Addition and subtraction only possible in the like fraction. It means when they are having the same denominators. So let us begin our question number 1. Dear student, this is our question number 1. Here what we do? We have to find out the sum of the given fraction. As I told you, addition and subtraction only possible in the like fractions. Mean fractions are having the same denominators. 1 upon 9, when we check here, 9 is a denominator, in the second one 9 is a denominator, so addition is possible. Here what to do? We will write down 9 denominator only one time, and we will add the numerator of the given fraction. So our answer is 5 by 9. See the B part. When we go through the B part, here 2 upon 3 and 1 upon 6. I told you addition only possible in the like fractions when they are having the same denominator. So what to do? See 3 and 6. So here we will find out the LCM of the denominators. So what is the LCM? Both the numbers are divisible by 2? No. Start from 2. 2 3s are 6. Then so what is our LCM? Our LCM is there. It is 6. Here in the second number denominator is there 6. In the first one 2 upon 3. So we will convert into 6. Our answer is 4 by 6, then 1 by 6. It means it is 4 plus 1 by 6. Our answer is 5 by 6. So with the help of this method you can easily do the addition of the fractions, those who are having the different denominator. In the addition and subtraction we will do the same process. Now come to the question number 2, first A part. Dear student, this is our question number 2 and we have to find out the difference between the following. Difference means here we have to find out the subtraction of the number. Difference means the second one minus 4 first one. So 7 upon 9 minus 4 upon 9. Denominators are same. So here also we will write down only one time. Then 7 minus 4. Our answer is 3 by 9. Here one more thing is possible, 3 upon 9. Both the numbers are here divisible by 3. So you can free here if you want, and you can convert in the simplest form. Otherwise this is also the right answer. Now see, the second one is there. It is 4 upon 5 then 3 upon 10. So how can we do this question? In this question, when we check, the denominators are different. So 5 and 10, these are the different denominator. LCM of 5 and 10 is there 10. How? In the table of 5, 10 is there 2 times. So direct also we can find out the LCM of the given number. Here 4 multiplied by 2, then 5 multiplied by 2. Our answer is 8 upon 10. See, 8 upon 10 and 3 upon 10 both are the like fractions. So here difference is possible, or we can say the subtraction is possible. So how can we do this question? 8 upon 10 minus 3 upon 10. Our answer is 8 minus 3 means 5 by 10. Here also both the numbers are divisible by 5. So our answer is 1 by 2. Here our exercise number 5.6 question number 1 and 2 is completed. In the question number 3 and 4, both the questions are same question. In the question number 3 we will do the addition, and in the question number 4 we will do the subtraction. So dear students, I will provide you the solutions of the question number 3 and then question number 4, and I hope it is very clear to you. When you see the solutions of the question number 3 and 4, you can easily understand about the concept of the question number 3 and question number 4. So in the second video, in the next video, we will start our exercise number 5.7. You just keep study and do the practice of these type of the questions. Have a good day and enjoy your day.